On with me now is the one and only R&B songstress herself, Monica. How are you, Monica?
I am doing really, really well, making sure that I stay inside.
Very, very smart. How you holding up during quarantine? How you keeping sane during these times?
Listen, when you have 3 kids, you don't worry about being sane anymore. You just do what you got to do. One thing that I have been explaining to the kids is it gives us time to reconnect. And that's something that when we're all busy, the boys are playing sports. They're in high school and middle school, and my daughter's in 1st grade, and we're doing what families should do all the time, but we don't always make time to do. So that's how I'm really staying sane.
Good. I mean, what a positive outlook and outcome to have from all of this. Now, I
Yeah.
want to get into a little bit of you. You aren't necessarily a stranger to reality TV. A few years back, you let the world get an inside look on your life on your show, Still Standing. How does Family Hustle differ from Still Standing?
You know, the place that I'm in life is different than at Still Standing. But, some things have kind of paralleled themselves in a very interesting way because I am a single mom, which, shortly after Still Standing, that's kind of what happened as well. And these reality shows are very far apart. It was not by accident. I wanted to make sure that my kids were okay with it. I've been in front of the camera since I was 12 years old. I understand what that means and what comes with it. So I wanted to make sure that the kids were okay. And once they were on board, I was okay with it because I'm still very protective of them, their lives and what they like to do. And I'm also protective of the people that I've loved, even when things don't work. People understand that I am now divorced, but I have a very deep respect for my ex-husband and for the way that we choose to raise our daughter, and the same, even my sons have the same father, and we spent 11 years together almost, and that respect is still there because we're 21 years almost of knowing each other. You can't allow television and the things that can happen on television to affect your real life. So I felt safe with being on Family Hustle because this is my real family, and we really do hustle together when there were no cameras.
Well, you speak about your relationships openly on the show, of course. Are you more conscious of that, being that your children may watch the show later on? Like, do you censor yourself at all?
The key is to speak to my children first. See, what you all see, my children have already known for quite some time. Before the world knew that I had decided to divorce, my children and I had that conversation. And quite frankly, I had no intentions of people knowing someone over in the judicial system released that information on their own. By the time the people really found out, it was almost over. So I am still very protective. I will say that. But if I decide I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to keep it 2000% real because that's just who I am. And I want people to know that no matter what we are and what we do and what we have, we're still regular everyday people that have things happen to us that may just not be in our plan. But I'm learning that it's not what happens to me, it's how I respond to it that really, really determines how it all pans out. So I try to just share that perspective because I've never pretended to be perfect anyway. So if you see some things on the show, like the upcoming episodes are really hard for me. My son had a bit of a health scare that you'll see more about. I want mothers to know that it's okay and you'll make it through and that you can do it. And that's what I'm more of a testament of than anything else. I really don't care about the fame part, the judgment part. I've always put that to the side to be authentically me.